There, it's recording now. Welcome, everybody. Let's begin the class today with the homework. We were supposed to have 6 interesting questions. Do you have your questions?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes? All right. Can you give me an example? Just give me one example, one question each, please.
Okay. What do you think about same-sex adoption?
All right. Thank you. That's undebatable. That is a good topic to go long. Okay. Another question, please.
What is the most important person in your life?
Can you repeat the question again, please?
Yes, of course. What is the most important person in your life?
With important person, you want to change the question word from what to who.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Who is the most
Who
important?
is the most important? Yes.
Yes.
Thank
Another
you.
question, please.
Well, I have what has been your priority or priorities since you started to work?
Since you started to work, okay.
Yes.
You can also say since you started working.
Okay.
Okay. Another question, somebody else, please. Nobody? Let's go in groups, please. Everybody ask and answer your questions. There are 6 questions only, okay? And let's try not to go too deep into details. You have only 2 minutes, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. And all right, let's go. Hi, Luz Elena. Luz Elena, can you hear me?
Just a little, but yes.
Okay, I send you an invitation to join a session group. Can you join the session, please?
Okay.
Luz Elena. Luz Elena, can you hear me?
Page 11.
Okay. Carla. Carla HC, what's your name?
Lorena.
Lorena. Do you know how to change your name?
I forgot that.
You don't know how?
No.
Okay. Let me check. Carla is Lorena.
Dando la reunión principal y ya.
Perfect. Everybody's back?
Yeah.
Everybody finished?
No.
No?
No.
How many questions did you make? Did you ask and answer?
3.
Only 3? Okay. All right. Now let's take a look at this question, please. Did you make new friends? Guys, did you make new friends?
Yes.
Yes.
Sure.
What are they like? Fun, friendly, shy?
Friendly.
Friendly.
Friendly. Friendly and a little shy.
That's good. That's good. Friendly and a little shy. All right. Now, let's take a look at Tanya. Tanya is describing people she met at a speed friending event. Who do you think she will get in touch with? The first thing we have to do is take a look at the names, what names she will contact, and what names she won't. Now, this is a listening exercise. Who won't she contact? And who do you think she will get in touch with again? Are you ready?
Yes.
2. Vocabulary in context. A. Listen. Tanya is describing people she met at a speed friending event. Who do you think she will get in touch with again? Who won't she contact? Say why.
What can I say? Greg wasn't very talkative, and when he did talk, he seemed kind of narrow minded. I thought Kayla was kind of aggressive, you know, a little too pushy for me. I bet she can be a pain at times. Victor sounded really, you know, self confident, but in a nice way, not at all arrogant, and he was interested in my answers. Lauren was very intelligent, but she seemed kind of eccentric, you know, a little weird but fun. Ricky seemed really sweet and thoughtful, but a little too sensitive, maybe. He got a little touchy about some of the questions. Emma was very open minded and relaxed about things, pretty laid back. And she had a good sense of humor. We laughed a lot.
All right. Now let's hear opinions. What names did you hear?
Emily, Ricky.
I hear
Emily?
Anna.
Caleb.
Ricky? Anna? What else?
Very decent.
Only
Caleb.
3?
Sandy.
Caleb?
Caleb.
Caleb, who else? Only 4?
Reggie.
Reggie? One more. We're missing one. Okay, we don't know who, so we'll put a question mark. Now,
Well, I think I heard Lauren.
Lauren? Lauren?
Yep.
Okay. Now, out of these 6, who will she contact? Who she will contact, do you think?
Emily and Ricky. I think so.
Ricky, and who else?
Lauren, probably.
Anna.
Lauren and Anna?
Anna, I think.
Who won't she contact?
Caleb and Reggie.
Hello, Ricky.
All right, listen again and let's check.
Page 11. 2. Vocabulary in context. A. Listen. Tanya is describing people she met at a speed friending event. Who do you think she will get in touch with again? Who won't she contact? Say why.
What can I say? Greg wasn't very talkative, and when he did talk, he seemed kind of narrow minded. I thought Kayla was kind of aggressive, a little too pushy for me. I bet she can be a pain at times. Victor sounded really, self confident, but in a nice way, not at all arrogant, and he was interested in my answers. Lauren was very intelligent, but she seemed kind of eccentric, a little weird but fun. Ricky seemed really sweet and thoughtful, but a little too sensitive, maybe. He got a little touchy about some of the questions. Emma was very open minded and relaxed about things, pretty laid back. And she had a good sense of humor. We laughed a lot.
Sorry, guys. So what do you have? The names stay the same, or do you want to change some names?
Change some names.
Change
For
some
example,
names.
Victor.
Okay, let me see. Who do you want to cross out?
Lauren.
Lauren.
Lauren?
Yeah, Lauren.
And what name do we put on?
Victor.
Victor. Okay, what else?
Sandy.
And which name do we cross out?
Anna.
Cross out Anna?
Yes.
We cross out Anna and we write
Sandy.
Sandy. Okay, what else? Is that it? Okay. Now, how about who she will contact? She will contact Emily, Ricky, Sandy, and Victor.
No, Emily, Ricky, and Victor.
I'm sorry, can you repeat, Valerie, please?
Yes, Emily, Ricky, and Victor.
And Sandy?
Sandy too.
Sandy too?
She describes Victor and Sandy. They are similar persons,
Okay.
personalities.
Well, let's check your answers. Go ahead. Go ahead and read. Let's check the names. The first one is Greg.
Correct.
Okay.
Very
Then is
Kayla.
Kayla. Then
Victor.
Victor.
Victor,
Fred.
Lauren,
Lauren.
Ricky,
Ricky.
And Emma.
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 And Sandy.
Okay, so you got
I think I heard Sandy.
Ricky. You got one good name. Ricky, what else? Who else? Victor.
Victor and Lauren.
And Lauren. Because you crossed her out. But yeah, you heard Lauren correctly the first time. Who she will contact?
Emma.
I think Emma.
Emma, she will contact Emma. Who else?
Lauren and
Yeah,
Rick.
maybe Lauren.
Ricky.
Lauren,
And Ricky.
Ricky. Only them three?
Also Victor.
And Victor too?
Yeah, I think so.
And who she won't contact?
Greg and Kayla.
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 Kayla. Perfect. There you go. Good. Let's go for the next slide. Can you read, please, Argelia?
Which part? The short?
Yeah.
Okay, it says, I like people who are. Also the answer?
Oh, can you see the chart section? Complete the chart with the personality traits.
Uh, okay, I can see this part. It says complete the chart with personal
Personality.
descriptions and more ideas. That's it.
Yes, that section. So, I like people who are.
I like people who are open-minded. I don't like people who are. Or do I need to complete the chart with my own answers
Yes,
or
everybody.
opinion? Okay,
Yes,
it says I like people who are open-minded and funny.
Argelia,
Yep.
Argelia, in your notebook, please.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Everybody in your notebooks, please complete a chart with the personality traits from Tanya's description. You can add more ideas, and I give you more ideas here. Are you finished, guys?
Not yet.
Yeah, okay.
No.
Okay, guys, do you have something in all charts?
Yes.
Yes? All right.
Yeah.
Please, let's go to the next slide. Do you know anyone with the personality traits in your chart, guys?
Yeah.
Great.
Sure.
What we are going to do is go in breakout sessions and you will ask your classmates the question, do you know anyone who is optimistic? Yes, and you can give simple answers. For example, actually, my sister is very optimistic. She always sees the good side of everything. Or a different personality trait. Do you know anyone who is open-minded? You can say, yes, my brother is very open-minded. And this question, you will complete it with the ideas in your box, in your chart. Yes? This question will be complete with the ideas in your chart. The ideas in this chart. Okay? Are we ready? Okay, let's go. There, let's go. All right, guys. How did it go? Were you able to finish?
Almost finished.
Yes.
Yes.
Almost?
Yeah.
You need more time, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to go back in sessions again, and we're going to ask these questions. Viewpoint. What makes a good friend? Group work. Discuss the questions. Do you share the same views of friendship? Number one, think of three good friends and think, how would you describe them? Next, are there things about your friends or people you know that you don't like? Next, how do friendships differ? Is it possible to be equally close to everyone? Next, would all your friends get along if they met one another? 5, what do you think about speed friending as a way to make new friends? When you answer, you can use expressions like this. Well, that is to take time to think, right? The most common expression in Spanish we use is este, and we tend to do that in English. So don't use that word. Use, well, yes. All right. I'm sending this image to the WhatsApp group. Let's go in sessions again. Now I'll give you 5 minutes, 1 minute per question. And we can, let me see. There. Let's go. 5 minutes, okay? Hi, guys.
Hi.
Were you able to finish?
Yes.
Yes.
Great, that's good. You did have plenty of time this time, right? Any questions?
Kind of.
Oh, everything is good? Okay, now
So
let's
far.
begin with this lesson. This is the next lesson.
Mm-mm.
Let me bring it to the beginning, please.
Allá tiene los colores.
Okay. There. Can you read it?
Not yet.
Not yet, okay.
Yes. Now. Coincidence.
You read it now?
Yes.
What does it say?
Pues read
Coincidence.
coincidence.
Have you ever experienced an amazing coincidence?
It's a question. So when it's a question, we change the intonation.
Um,
Yes. Have you ever
Have you ever
experienced an amazing
experienced?
coincidence? Guys?
yes.
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 All right.
Yep.
What do you think about coincidences? No answers?
Well, they are interesting. Um, in the picture, I
Yes.
can see the boy. Oh my God,
this-
man and married 11 years later.
Is this a coincidence?
Met and married
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
11 years later.
Yeah. Is it a coincidence?
Yes.
Yeah. What do you think about coincidences?
Well,
I don't know,
we
teacher.
take
I
calls
believe in energy, and maybe you can um, find someone who thinks similar like you, things like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you seen, heard of, or witnessed a coincidence?
Yes, I have heard.
Yes. Guys,
Yep.
what happened?
Hmm.
Okay, let's go in groups.
We
Let's go in groups. We're going to go in larger groups. Let me see. There you go, like that. Okay, in only 1 minute, let's check who can share a coincidence. Okay, 1 minute.
Con la niña.
Hello.
Hello again.
So who heard about a strange coincidence in the session right now? Nobody? Jasmine, you have something to say?
Gracias. Yeah, I was uh, a classmate. I don't know the name.
Armando.
No,
Armando.
Armando. No. One of my classmates was talking about how she met his husband, but the time was over. So
Okay.
Oh,
I,
it was me.
I think it was a good story, but the time was over.
The time was over. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, it was a good thing you got interested in the story. Now
Yes.
look at the picture. What do you see in the picture?
Okay. The picture is like reunion of friends and
Okay.
in
What do you
another.
see? There are two different stories, right?
Yes.
One is with Glenn Hutt,
With
and the
what?
other one is with Emma Rivers.
Emma Rivers.
All right. All we
Okay.
have to do is listen and check what coincidences did these people experience. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let's listen up. Uh-oh, doesn't want to play. Ah, something's happening with my controls. Okay. See if I can do it this way.
Lesson A, Coincidences. 1. Getting started. A. Listen. What coincidences did these people experience?
Have you ever experienced an amazing coincidence? Glenn Hutt.
Actually, yeah. One thing that sticks in my mind is years ago, I was out in the Australian outback driving through the desert. One night, I had set up camp and was cooking, and this van appeared out of nowhere with two guys in it. It was nice to have company because I hadn't spoken to anyone in days. I'd gone on this trip by myself, you see. Well, it turned out one of them had graduated from the same college I did. Small world, huh?
Emma Rivers.
Oh, yeah. I think life is full of coincidences. I remember one time I had just met my husband to be, and we hadn't known each other long. Well, he was showing me photos of an old friend that he hadn't seen or spoken to in years, a college friend who'd moved to Spain, Jerry. Anyway, there we were looking at these photos when the phone rang, and you'll never believe it. It was his friend Jerry. He just called out of the blue.
Okay. So, did you hear the stories? Okay. Yes. So, what are your opinions? What was Glenn Hutt's coincidence?
And the first one, they, well, he was cooking, and someone else, they took us, and one of them studying in the same college that he.
Okay. Okay, good. So, a person studied at the same college.
Yes.
Okay. What about Emma Rivers? No ideas about Emma?
Yes, she was seeing a picture of one friend called Jerry, I think. And in that moment, he called her.
Ah, so she was looking at pictures of a friend, and in that moment, the friend called her.
Uh, yes, her husband showed some photos about mm, the Jerry's friends when the phones rang and
Yeah.
in the phone called it Jerry.
There's a story. Let's take a look. What are the coincidences?
Small verb.
Page 55. 2. Grammar. The past perfect. Use the past perfect to talk about things that happened before an event in
My controllers are crazy. Okay, so on the first one with Glenn Hutt, what is the coincidence?
On the first one, I have like, it says, yeah, like he was in a desert, and
And
then
this van appeared of nowhere. These two girls in it. And it was nice to have a company because hadn't spoken anyone. Um,
Yes. So this van appeared out of nowhere with two guys in it, and one guy had graduated from the same college he did, right?
Yes.
yes.
Okay, that's the coincidence with Glenn Hutt. What about with
the
Emma Rivers?
past.
What is the coincidence with her?
I had just met my husband to be, and we hadn't known each
I had
another.
set up camp.
She was showing me photos of an old friend that he hadn't seen or spoken in years. Anyway, there we were
Was
looking
cooking,
at the
and this
photos
van
when the phone
appeared
rang.
out of nowhere.
I had just met my husband to be,
Perfect.
and he was showing me
What's
photos
happening with
when the
this one?
phone rang.
The past perfect is often used to give explanations or
Okay, sorry about that. One more time. Today, Zoom wanted to get an update, and this update made it work really bad. There. All right. I'm sorry. So the husband was showing her photos of a friend that he hadn't seen or spoken to
And
in
years
years when the phone
when
rang,
the phone
and
rang.
it was his friend Jerry. And that's a coincidence, right?
Yes.
Perfect. So as you heard on the audio, what we're looking at is the past perfect. So how can we complete this? Complete the answers and look at the anecdotes to help you. Number one, why was Glenn happy to have company?
Because he hadn't spoken to anyone in days.
He hadn't spoken. Yes. What about two? Why wasn't Glenn with his friends?
Mm,
Because he had gone on the trip by himself.
He had gone, correct. Number three, were Emma's husband and Gary close?
Yes, but they hadn't seen or spoken to each other in years.
That's correct. Now, I'm going to write the answers. So we'll begin again with number one. Why was Glenn happy to have company? Because he hadn't
Spoken to anyone.
he hadn't spoken 21 in days. Number 2, why wasn't Glenn with his friends? Because he
Had gone.
had gone on the trip by himself. Number 3, were Emma's husband and Jerry close? Yes, but
They hadn't spoken or seen.
they hadn't. I'm sorry, can you repeat that, please?
Spoken.
They hadn't seen or
Seen or
spoken
spoken.
in years.
Seen or spoken. There you go. And number 4,
Had moved.
Move.
had moved. Okay, next. We have the past perfect. It is used for the past action already finished when another past action happened. Example, after the film had started, we arrived. Yes, so this is a past event. And this is a previous event. In other words, it's like the past of the past. It's also for past action that started in the past and continued up to a given time in the past. Example, I had never seen him for 5 days. Another, for unreal or imaginary things wishes in the past. We wish we hadn't eaten so much. That means this is unreal. So the real is we ate too much. And in reported speech after verbs like said, talk, and ask. These verbs make the special tense. So she said she had swum. Okay, so we have the past perfect. Once again, past perfect, the action finished before another action or time in the past. Example, Michael had already jogged by the time we ate. Another example, we have a meeting at 8 o'clock. That's in the past. Arrival time, 8:15. It's in the past. So how can you say this sentence? The sentence would be,
I had already
the
started.
time had already started by the time I arrived. We have other examples. I went there after I had completed the task. She had come late to school. My father and mother had been married for 2 years when I was born. Until he went to England, he had never spoken English. If you had studied hard last year, he would have passed all his exams. Are there any questions until now?
No.
No questions? Perfect. Next. The past perfect. Use the past perfect to talk about things that happened before an event in the past. So here what I have is I had set up camp, past perfect, was cooking, past continuous, van appeared, simple past. I had just met past perfect. He was showing me photos, past continuous. The phone rang, simple past. The past perfect is often used to give explanations or reasons why things happened. It was nice to have company because I hadn't spoken to anyone in days. Jerry was a college friend that he hadn't seen in years. He'd moved to Spain. This he'd is a contraction of the past perfect, which means he had moved. Questions and short answers in the past perfect. Had you gone by yourself? Yes, I had. Had they been in touch? No, they hadn't. Where had he moved to? To Spain. Complete the sentences using past perfect tense. The fire
Had already
Reached.
reached.
already reached. Correct. Number two.
Just made went to the prison
Carlos
because he
had
had
stolen.
stolen.
He had stolen a lot of money.
Stolen. Perfect. Okay, who can help me write all the answers, please?
Had watched. Had tried.
Had
Had
begun.
begun.
Let me
Had
see. I have
eaten.
10 questions and I have 10 participants. So, America, number one. Armando, number two. Claudia, three. Daniela, four. Lorena, five. Lucelena, six. Valeria, seven. Jasmine, eight. Okantomi, nine. And Zaira, 10. Please type the answers, please.
Okay, number one. The fire had already reached
Type,
the
type the answers, please.
had the number one. Yes?
Yes, please.
Okay. Had already reached. Yes or no?
I'm sorry, how can I type the answers? What is the option?
The option is in annotate or anotaciones, anotar. In your controllers, you should see the microphone, the video camera, security, people, share screen. Yes?
Record reactions, share screen.
Yes? Okay, you should see annotate. If you don't, you should see view options.
Okay.
Do you have more options?
No. Oh, view. Yes. Yes. Okay.
Annotate.
Thank you.
And then text. You're welcome. Can you lower your font, please? Make it smaller.
Sure, I can find that option. Can I write on the chat?
You can't find it?
No.
Are you on the computer?
Yes.
Are you did you download the application Zoom in your computer?
No.
No. Are you on Google?
I I can mod modify my answer.
If you can't edit it, maybe you have to erase it and do it again.
Okay.
I can't type.
No?
No, I had the application on my notebook, but I can't do it. I don't know why. I
Zaira,
know how.
you can't type either?
No,
And,
or maybe I can put in the chat.
well, Luz Elena,
Ma,
can
what?
you make your fonts smaller?
I can.
No?
No.
All right. Well, let's make it a little faster. The fire had already reached. Okay. Number 2, 3, 4, 5. Who has 5?
Me, but I can write.
No.
It had begun.
Who has 6?
I put the answer, but I can edit it, so I eliminate.
Number 6.
Had eaten.
Number 8.
It's me. Hadn't study. I can type my answer too. Sorry.
And oh my gosh. Number 9.
Had left.
And 10.
Had broken.
Perfect. Had stolen. Had watched. Perfect. Had snowed and studied. Easy. Perfect. There you go. So I think this is clear. Now, only speaking. Now, only speaking, number 11.
The girl felt good because she had drunk. Or
Yes.
that was wrong because we hadn't looked. My father couldn't find the money. Locked. Hadn't.
Hadn't
Locked.
locked. Okay. Number 13.
My father couldn't find the money because he hadn't hide.
He hadn't.
Had. He had
hid it.
hide.
Yeah.
Hidden.
He had hidden. Yes.
Okay. Leonard didn't have
It in
money.
a drawer.
Oh.
Number 14.
Leonard didn't have money.
Had forgotten.
For
My
Had
cousin.
forgotten. Number 15.
my cousin had never visited mine until his father took him one day.
Perfect. 16.
Her bicycle wasn't there because her friend had taken without asking her.
Perfect. 17.
Daniel
Daniel was arrested after he had escaped from prison.
Number 18.
When Kathy met
Katie met
Jonathan,
Jonathan got joined.
Got joined.
19.
They haven't paid the taxi driver. Before they arrived at the airport, they had paid the taxi driver.
Yes, and 20.
His dog had died.
Okay. Now, let's do for an exercise. Complete the stories with either the simple past or past perfect. Sometimes both are possible. Then practice with the partner. All right. I'm gonna send you the screen capture of this slide, and we're gonna go in sessions, and you're going to solve this with a classmate. Yes. All right.
Yes.
There. Let's go.
uh,
All right. Are you finished?
no,
No.
How many did you do?
only
did
7.
4 or 5, maybe.
What do you mean? 1, 2, 3, and more?
My partner and I, we almost complete. Just we missing
Just
the last one. We
All right. So you want
we
one more
hadn't
minute
vote.
or 2 more minutes? What do you say? 1 more minute or 2 more minutes?
2.
2? Everybody agrees?
Alejandro, y tu mamá.
Sure.
Yeah, I agree. 2
more
more minutes.
Okay, guys. So, did you finish?
Yeah, finished.
Yes.
All right. Now, all we gotta do is compare answers. Yes.
Writing
Everybody
or speaking?
is speaking. First is speaking. Compare answers, please.
Yeah, that happens to me a lot. In fact, last week I was thinking about a friend who had not called me
I
in
hadn't
ages.
called. Yeah, I hadn't called.
Uh-huh.
I
I
hadn't called.
hadn't called.
I think I threw away his phone number by accident.
Yes, true. It threw away.
3 hours.
True.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, threw away.
His phone number by accident, and we hadn't been
Hadn't.
in touch for months.
Mhm.
Anyway, he called
Call
me
He had called me.
out
called
of
me
the
simple
blue.
past, I think so.
Yes, it turned out that he had lost my number too, but then he found it.
I think he lost my number.
We write had lost you.
The second one, have you ever run into someone you were thinking about? No, I haven't, but I have experienced other coincidence. For example, one time a friend of mine called me
Told me.
Called me because she
because
left. No,
had left
Had left.
Have left. Mhm.
her purse on the subway. She didn't know what to do. And right then, my sister came home with a purse that she
Yeah, first.
found had
Had
found
found.
had
on the
found.
subway, and guess what? It was
Was
my friend's
Was.
purse.
Mhm. Have you ever met anyone with the same birthday as you? Yes, my friend Tom. Funny thing is, last year I decided to buy him something special
Because
because he had helped me
help me.
fix my car many times.
Ready, guys?
So I got him this camera
I
that
got
we
him.
had seen or present we loved. We had bought each other exactly the same thing.
Okay, now let's check answers. All right, number one. Have you ever been talking about someone and then they called you? Yeah, that happens to me a lot. In fact, last week, that's our scenario. Yes, last week, I was thinking about a friend who I hadn't called, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes.
Hadn't called in ages. I think I
Threw away.
threw away. Is this in the same time as last week? Or is it before last week? It happened before last week, so it's had thrown.
Mm,
I had thrown away his phone number by accident, and we
hadn't been.
hadn't been, yes, hadn't been in touch for months. Anyway, he
Called me.
Called me.
called me. That's correct. Why? Because this is what happened last week. That's a coincidence. So he called me out of the blue. It turned out that he
Have
Had
lost.
had
lost.
lost, yes, had lost my number two, but then he
Found.
Found.
Found it.
found it. Yes. Now, this one is not in the same time as last week, but is after losing the number, right? That's why it takes the time, the tense of the simple past. Found it. Perfect. Number two, have you ever run into someone you were thinking about? No, I haven't, but I've experienced other coincidences. For example, one time a friend of mine
Called me.
Called me.
Called me.
called me. This is the scenario. We're setting the scene. One time a friend of mine called me because she
Had left.
had
Have
left
Had
left.
left.
had left her purse on the subway. She
Hadn't.
Didn't know.
didn't know. Is this a
Didn't know.
yeah, didn't know.
Gotcha.
She didn't know what to do. And right then, my sister
Came.
Came.
came home with a purse that she
Have
Found.
had
Found.
found
have found
Had found. Had found.
on the subway.
on the subway.
And guess what? It
It was.
was. There you go. Perfect. Number three. Have you ever met anyone with the same birthday as you? Yes, my friend Tom. The funny thing is, last year, this is my scenario. Last year, I
Decided.
decided to buy him something special because he
Have helped me.
Have helped.
had helped. Now, look at this. Many times. What this
So
means,
I
it could be only help. It's okay because it could be considered like a recurring event.
okay.
Yes, a recurring event in the past. So it's okay, had helped or helped.
Okay, so both answers are correct.
Yes, both answers
Alright.
are correct. So I
Got him.
Got
Got him. Just
yes,
camera.
that we
Oh,
that we had seen.
yes had seen when we were out shopping the week before. When we
Open.
opened our presents, we
Loud.
laughed.
Ah.
We
had bought.
Had bought.
had bought. Perfect. There you go. Any questions, guys?
No.
All right. How was the class?
Interesting.
I'm glad to hear that. So I have homework for you. I'm sending it to your WhatsApp. Well, not to your WhatsApp, to the group. I'm sending it to the group. Okay, and tomorrow we'll check answers. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. If that's it, if there are no questions, we'll continue. We'll finish this tomorrow. Tomorrow is a speaking activity. Ask and answer the questions with your own real information.
And
Yes, and then a
On
listening
the
activity.
notebook?
No, this is for tomorrow. The
Oh, okay,
homework
okay,
is only
okay.
what I sent on the WhatsApp group.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Yes.
All right. Well, if there are no questions, thank you very much. You
Thank
enjoyed
you.
the class. I hope it was helpful. If there is something it's not clear, please let me know so we can address it. No, I think it's okay, right? Everybody
Yes.
looks comfortable. Okay, perfect. In that case, thank you very much. Have an excellent
Thank you
evening.
too.
Thank you.
Thank you,
I will
you too.
see you
Thank you,
tomorrow.
Bye. See
teacher.
you guys.
Thank
Bye,
you.
guys.
Bye.
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 Bye. Thank you.